Hello, everyone. We are really excited to launch a new feature on SimplAI, an internal marketplace. You can access the internal marketplace from the side navigation bar. This marketplace allows builders and creators of agents, tools, and subtools to share their work across projects. Until now, work was only accessible within a single project. Now it can be shared across multiple projects. Let's see how it works. The first thing we need to do is enable sharing. Only the project admin can change these settings. To do this, go to Settings, then go to Manage Projects, select your current project, and once you are there, go to Team Sharing. By default, both options are disabled. We can go ahead and enable sharing. This means anyone in the project can share agents and tools internally within the organization. Anyone in the project can do that. Now, who can clone? Any user in the project can share agents and tools, and any user can clone as well. Once you clone, you can decide whether a project editor or a project admin can do that. The setting is now enabled. Let's see how it works in practice. Go to the agent screen. Let's pick one of the agents we have already created. Let's go with a simple blog writer. This is a straightforward agent, and the instructions are clearly laid out in the prompt. We have also added a knowledge base. Here's something important to keep in mind. Sharing only shares the schema and the logic of how the agent works. Any items we have used, such as API keys, LLM model keys, or the knowledge base, are not shared, as they are proprietary. The person cloning will need to add that information themselves. Your knowledge base and intellectual property will not be shared. If any tool requires integration keys, personal or organizational, those keys will not be shared either. The cloner will need to use their own keys. Let's publish this version for sharing. Submit. After submitting, go to the deployment section. Open the Share with Team tab. The blog writer is now ready to be shared. Click on Share with Team. Now give your agent a clear and descriptive name. Try to include as much information as possible so the cloner can understand the logic behind it. We can also select the category. Let's move to the next step. Since the knowledge base will not be shared, we need to provide a generic dataset so the cloner can test the agent before cloning it. Let's generate the dataset. What do we want to describe? Blog creation guidelines. For example, here's the dataset we can create. Let's focus on blog creation guidelines. Once we click, it will generate a dummy knowledge base. We can validate whether it looks correct or update it if needed. Here, there are 10 chunks created. For example, when starting a new blog, the first step is to define the target audience and business goals in detail. The entire dummy dataset has been created. We can add this data now. The data is being added. Now we have one language model, so we need to describe what it is for. This will enable blog creation based on the desired prompt, keeping in mind keywords, target audience, and tone. Once we have added this dependency, the agent is now enabled for sharing. We can always remove it from the marketplace at any time. However, if someone has already cloned it before it was removed, they will still be able to use it. New users will not be able to clone it after removal. Right now, it is enabled. Let's switch over. Since we are already in a different project, let's check if it is available there. Let's change the project. For example, let's select the testing project. The agent we created is now available here. Let's check it out. This is a testing project. Let's try it. As mentioned earlier, keys, proprietary data, and integration keys will not be available. So in this project, the user will need to select their own LLM model. The knowledge base here is the dummy knowledge base that we created for the agent to test with. Once we click Try Now, the full agent becomes available. Let's ask it to create a blog for the keyword Agentic. Once submitted, it will take into account the full blog structure. So what we have seen is that someone created an agent in their project and is now able to share it with others across the organization. After trying it, if we like it, we may want to clone it. Keep in mind, trying it does not make it available in our project. It is just a trial. Let's clone it. Once we clone it, we can add the actual knowledge base. We can add a knowledge base that is already available in our project, or we can create a new one and select the model we want. Once we click Clone, the agent becomes available in our project permanently. We can edit it, add more tools, or add more sub-agents. It is fully ours now. We can publish it and start using it right away. Let's publish it. Once published, this agent is ready to use.